Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us on your Friday night. I'm Sophie Erber. Tim has the night off. A federal lawsuit against the now-closed South Sioux City Biofuels Company has been settled and dismissed. The details now in our top story at 6. The suit alleges that in 2016, odor from the Big Ox Energy damaged property values for more than 2,000 households within a 2-mile radius. The suit sought roughly $5 million in damages. However, according to court records, the lawsuit has been settled and was officially dismissed August 27th. Big Ox, however, still facing several other lawsuits. That includes 15 others by South Sioux residents, one that claims the company's partially responsible for a man's death. This after gases from the plant forced the family from their home into a hotel where the 74-year-old man fell and led to complications that caused his deaths. Now, judges have also entered judgments against Big Ox for non-payment of claims to companies that provided supplies and services. The biofuel company also owes the city of Sioux City roughly $3 million in outstanding fees and fines. Big Ox has been closed since April of 2019. Siouxlander is getting a sneak peek inside a newly renovated historic building, and KCAU 9's Hannah Adamson joins us live now from that building, the Warrior Hotel. Hannah?
Well, Sophie, after more than 40 years sitting vacant, the Warrior Hotel, built back in 1930, will actually be celebrating their soft reopening next weekend. Now, due to COVID-19 restrictions, the hotel is only open for reservations, so at this time, no public or guided tours will be given. The owners of the Warrior Hotel telling me they cannot wait to show off all the new amenities that are now housed in this historic Sioux City building.
And it shows in the project because everybody who was involved in the project takes pride in it. All these people that came in and they're like, I really want to see this redeveloped. I grew up here. I want to see this thing happen.
And coming up tonight at 10, we'll get to see more of the new and improved Warrior Hotel, as well as go through the hotel's history and what it took to bring this historic Sioux City treasure back to life. Reporting from downtown Sioux City at the Warrior Hotel, Hannah Adamson, KCAU 9 News.
All right, thanks so much, Hannah. A Homer family is without a home tonight and their pets after fire broke out at that home this morning. Investigators say the fire started in the roof of a house around the 100 block of First Street in Homer. There were no people in the house at the time, but the family pets were inside. 3 cats and a snake perishing in that fire.
It's tough losing animals because they become family too, but ultimately if you still have your family, that's all that matters. You know, if anyone could bring us some clothes or any food would help. My son, he wears, you know, he's 4, so any clothes his size would be great.
Investigators still do not know how this fire began. The Red Cross has already been notified and is currently working with the family. If you would like to help, you're asked to contact your local Red Cross. The Labor Day weekend may have some surprises in store for Siouxland. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson for a quick look at that weekend forecast. Scott.
Well, Sophie, it's going to be hot for both Saturday and Sunday. We'll start to see some changes as we move into Labor Day itself. Getting a look at the almanac first for Sioux City today, you can see that our high temperature was 86 this afternoon. We had a very comfortable start today with a low of 50. Looking at the high temperatures across the region, 82 Sheldon, 87 degrees Norfolk, and 84 degrees in Denison as well as Audubon. You can see that we are going to have some extreme heat by September standards with highs on Saturday and Sunday into the 90s. But then we will start to cool off on Monday and bring in some showers too. We'll talk about the cool down and the rain all in the 9 on 9 forecast. Sophie.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We will go into further detail with that complete forecast later on. Now for a check on Siouxland's latest COVID-19 numbers. Woodbury County health officials reporting 46 new cases today, 21 people currently hospitalized due to COVID-19. Across the river, Dakota County officials report 6 new COVID-19 cases over the last 24 hours. The county has reported 80 cases in the past 2 weeks. And in South Dakota, Union County has reported 5 total COVID-19 related deaths and has 56 currently active cases. Clay County reports 199 active cases. That's as of today. USDA Secretary Sonny Perdue approved a secretarial disaster designation request from Governor Kim Reynolds. Perdue spoke about the designation while on a tour of Eagles Catch. That's an indoor fish farm located in Ellsworth, Iowa. It will make loans, emergency loans, and other assistance available through the Farm Service Agency. Governor Reynolds requesting the designation for 57 Iowa counties. Purdue's approval will take effect for 42 of those counties.
There are certain provisions. The EQIP program helped to rebuild some things, qualifies them for emergency disaster loans. It means that if they've had structural damage, they don't have to go through another environmental impact study. It gives farm storage facility loans at low interest rates for those farmers to rebuild.
Again, I want to express my great appreciation to this administration. Between COVID and the derecho and then the drought, their response has been incredible, and I appreciate the teamwork and the collaboration.
Farmers in the 42 qualifying counties have 8 months from the date of the disaster to apply for those emergency loans. The COVID-19 pandemic is, of course, changing how Siouxlanders will celebrate their usual fall traditions this year. KCAU 9 News reporter Marina Bach spending her day at a pumpkin patch in OAKLAND, Nebraska. She's now sharing with us some of the adjustments they're making to help keep their visitors safe.
What better way to kick off the fall season than heading out to a pumpkin patch? Here at Harvest Moon, they're planning on having a bunch of the same activities, like the zip line and the corn maze, but with all that comes having to step up the sanitization.
We've got these canisters that we fill with a bleach water solution, and then we can just walk around the farm and literally sanitize just about everything.
The pumpkin patch has been in business for 14 years, but this year has been unlike any other for Terry Wallerstead.
Things are different. We had to put up plexiglass screens in the kitchen, and we reconfigured the kitchen to make it safer for our staff so that they don't have to cross paths very often.
Wallerstead has 66 people on her staff for the fall season. Each one of them will be required to wear a mask, but the public will have the option.
There are people that have messaged us that have said the mask issue with their asthma and stuff makes it really hard. And we've had some kids with sensory issues that can't wear the masks. So we're leaving it up to families to do what they think is right.
Harvest Moon doesn't only just operate as a pumpkin patch during the fall season, they also have a wedding venue on their site. And due to COVID-19, this is another hurdle the business has had to overcome.
It's been kind of a quiet summer on the farm. Usually we have a wedding almost every weekend, and we've only had 4 this summer, so that's been a change.
Wallerstead says she's thankful. Many of her brides have decided to postpone their weddings until next summer, but her business has still taken a financial hit. She's hoping to bring back some normalcy for families this fall season.
If people feel secure, they will come. If they don't feel secure, they won't come, and we're okay with that, and we just want to bless everybody, and we want you to do what you think is safe for you.
Harvest Moon will officially open their pumpkin patch up to the public on Saturday, September 19th. And up until then, there's just going to be a lot of preparation on the grounds. In OAKLAND, Nebraska, Marina Bach, KCAU 9 News.
A local business has found a new way to stay connected, literally, with its customers. Pickled Palate using Facebook Live to still keep in touch with folks in the community during the pandemic. The owner says the idea came about after seeing small businesses impacted by COVID-19 having to get creative to keep their own businesses going. To see how to sign up, you can go to our website, SiouxlandProud.com, or visit the KCAU 9 News app. They say the future will have flying cars, but that could be decades away. The more immediate future might see these self-driving buses across the United States. We'll explain more coming up.
And it's going to be hot out there for the Labor Day weekend. We're expecting to see a big cool down come, though, next week with some rainy and windy weather for a change. Your 9 on 9 forecast is up next.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Erber, Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson, and Sports Director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 6.
Thanks for sticking with us. I hope you got outside today because it was a beautiful one across Siouxland. We had heat, but it was dry heat, so nice to do anything, really.
Right, pretty similar to yesterday, but we were able to lose some of the wind. That was kind of a nuisance yesterday, but it was a little hotter outside this afternoon. Here's the view from the Port Neal Welding Company camera at the KCAU 9 studio now. It shows those clear blue skies overhead. As you look at the temperatures across the upper Midwest, you can see that they range from the 70s to the 90s. It's warmer as you travel southwest. It's 91 in North Platte. Platte. Current temperature of 88 in Valentine, 82 degrees in Des Moines, and cooler as you advance further northeast, just 64 degrees in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. As you zoom in closer to home here, you can see that we have temperatures reported between 80 and 90 at this time. Unfortunately, missing data from the Sioux Gateway Airport at this moment. Hopefully that'll snap back in soon. 84 is the temperature in Yankton, 87 Norfolk. Current temperature is 83 in Cherokee and 86 towards Spencer. So it is warm outside. The heat looks to intensify as we get into Sunday with high temperatures in the middle to upper 90s. A high of 96 is forecast for Sioux City. So again, we're not completely out of the woods as far as thunderstorms go for tomorrow night, but it would be the far northeast corner of Siouxland as you move up toward Pocahontas and Emmitsburg. That's where we have that chance of seeing some of those stronger storms happen. You can also see towards Storm Lake just a marginal risk, and likewise as you move northeast of Sioux Center. So I think that Sioux City is going to stay dry, and even that chance for northeastern Siouxland is pretty small as it looks like the storms are going to be deflected more to the northeast. A very nice night for tonight with a low temperature of 51 degrees, and tomorrow we're on pace for a high of 91, heating things up with sunny skies with a wind from the southeast between 10 and 20 miles per hour. Here's our 9-on-9 forecast now. It shows that as we head into Sunday, really cranking up the heat. Another day you're probably going to have to turn the AC on. 96 in the afternoon. Labor Day itself is looking pretty nice. We have a 30% chance of seeing showers, but I don't think those will come our way until we get into the evening and overnight period and then carrying over into Tuesday. Tuesday, you can see those huge changes in the forecast with a high temperature of just 61 degrees. It's going to be windy and rainy. So as folks head back to work on Tuesday, well, it's going to feel more like a Monday. A 20% chance of some showers lingering into Wednesday with a high temperature of 65. And continuing forward into next weekend, you can see that we'll have some improvement in the weather as it looks like we'll have high temperatures in the 70s, eventually 80s, and some sunshine too. I say improvement, but of course it is nice to see some rain for a change in that forecast. So it looks like it could be quite a bit of it, actually, a ½ inch to an inch coming our way Tuesday.
We could really use that. And it's funny because, you know, we're used to these beautiful temperatures. We were just talking off camera. It's just been nice almost every day. So by comparison, those temperatures seem, you know, not as friendly. But really, it's typical probably for this time of year to start feeling that.
Yeah, you know, we're going to start to feel some more like fall-like conditions as we head through next week. So it'll be nice to get some rain also.
It will be. All right. Thanks a lot, Scott.
Yep.
Well, autonomous cars said to be the next innovation in vehicles. What it will take to get driverless buses in every city in America next. Coming to a city near you, driverless vehicle testing. A new kind of shuttle bus of sorts, weaving in and out of traffic with no steering wheel. Kind of frightening. The only thing piloting these controls is a computer. Josh Replogle gives us a closer look at autonomous transit designed for the masses being tested right now on American streets.
This is a low-speed autonomous vehicle.
With the push of a button, the doors close, the buzzer rings, and the bell chimes. This shuttle is underway without a driver just outside Washington, D.C.
It's a bit of on excitement, right? You don't see this on the road every day. It's new technology.
The shuttle, known as Relay, is in its final preps. Its onboard computer measures and maps its route before taking passengers.
This is going to detect the environment as well as any obstacles around.
The shuttle uses light detection and ranging, a laser system better known as LiDAR, to ensure the vehicle avoids collision.
So with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LiDARs, we're able to see all the way around the sides of the vehicle.
Signs mark the shuttle's route, but they also serve as an indicator that a driverless vehicle may be nearby.
You could see this as the first wave.
Ed Walters teaches autonomous vehicle law at Georgetown.
These kinds of shuttles will be the first time most people drive in autonomous vehicles, especially autonomous vehicles without a driver.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 30 companies have sought driverless vehicle applications since 2016. 34 driverless shuttles have been permitted to operate in dozens of cities, some carrying passengers, but more are on the way.
Our first thought about self-driving cars is, will they be safe on the roads?
There have been some accidents. In 2018, a pedestrian was struck and killed in Arizona when a self-driving car failed to stop. And regulators paused some testing earlier this year after riders were injured in 2 incidents on Easy Mile shuttle buses in Ohio and Utah during emergency stops.
And I think for several years, we will see accidents with self-driving cars just like we do with cars that we drive.
Current federal regulations require a driver, or in the shuttle's case, since there's no steering wheel, a technician be on board should trouble arise. as a possible means of future transportation speeds ahead. I'm Josh Raplogel in Fairfax County, Virginia.
And coming up in sports.
Well, Sophie, I'm here in Spirit Lake. I'm going to have a breakdown of our game of the week coming up in just a few minutes.
Sports Zone tonight
after the KCAU 9 News at 10. Welcome back. Week 2 of our Sports Zone is just a few hours away. This week's game of the week, OABCIG at Spirit Lake. Some high expectations for both squads coming into the season, and we're going to find out who's ready to live up to them tonight. KCAU 9's Jacob Russo standing by in Spirit Lake now with a preview on tonight's actions. Jacob?
Well, Jake, I am here in beautiful Dickinson County for our Week 2 game of the week. It was a tale of 2 Week 1s last week for our two teams. OABCIG, they dropped 42 points in their opening win, but as for the Spirit Lake Indians, they only scored 7 points in their Week 1 loss. But regardless, win or lose, these two teams want to score some more points tonight. And you cannot talk about OABCIG without talking about Cooper DeJean. The kid is a living highlight reel. He's a 4-star recruit committed to play for the Iowa Hawkeyes, and he just committed to playing in the Adidas All-American Bowl this January as one of the top players in the nation. But make no mistake, this isn't a one-man team. DeJean has some talented targets who can make a difference on their own. Trust Wells and Griffin Dearson both had 100 yards last week. Dearson had 2 touchdowns to boot, so this Falcons team is an offensive force. As for the Indians, they're more of a defensively strong team. They have a bunch of starters with previous varsity experience. They only allowed West Sioux to score 14 points in Week 1. Unfortunately, like I said, they only scored 7. So the focus for Spirit Lake this week isn't defense. They know they can get the job done there, but rather score more often because they can't expect to score just 7 points and win against a team like OABCIG. The Indians are going to have their work cut out for them against Cooper DeJean, but if they can corral that talented quarterback from OABCIG, they are going to make it a lot easier for them to win this game. Time will tell. We are only 30 minutes from kickoff. I'll have a live report at 10 in Sports Zone about the winner. And for now, from Spirit Lake, Jacob Russo, KCAU 9 Sports.
Thanks, Jacob. Can't wait for tonight. And what a week it's been for Iowa State. On Monday, announcing they'll have 25,000 fans at their home opening football game. Then on Wednesday, announcing there won't be any fans. And today, discussing the possibility of layoffs, eliminating sports, and other measures to make up for the loss of revenue without those fans. After the decision, the school went from a $17.5 million deficit to a $30 million deficit, which means the athletic department has to make some recommendations to the university's leadership to make up for it. And that includes payroll reductions for coaches and staff and the possibility of laying off coaches, eliminating sports entirely, which would mainly help for the future budgets for them to make up for this year's, and possibly closing the C.Y. Stevens Auditorium, which hosts performing arts, which the university has been subsidizing operations at nearly $1 million annually since its opening. Some pretty tough decisions, Sophie, and I know we've said this before. We're glad we don't have to make them,
right?
But man, you know, this is a school that's playing football, not even the schools that aren't. It's
yeah,
crazy.
I can't imagine, like you're saying, the schools that are not playing, what they're going to be facing, especially next year.
Absolutely.
You'll keep it all straight for us. Thanks a lot. We'll check in for a final look at the forecast. First, let's take you outside right now in Yankton. Don't go away. Scott, with your forecast, it almost seems, and we can't predict the future, but like this weekend might be our last real blast of that summertime heat.
Right, the last real taste of summertime out there. Temperatures well into the 90s, especially Sunday. That's really looking like a hot one. Tonight should be pretty decent, though. It looks like our temperature will fall to 51 with a clear sky. A very nice night with weak winds. And for tomorrow, we're on pace for a high temperature of 91 degrees in the afternoon. Sunny skies as we begin to heat things up. Sunday is going to be the hottest day of the next 9 with a high of 96 and sunshine. Things will begin to change on Labor Day with a high temperature of 79 degrees and increasing clouds. A good chance of rain on Tuesday and a strong wind with a high of just 61. And some nights next week we'll see our temperatures fall into the 40s.
They say Labor Day is the end of summer, and it seems that way.
Yeah, certainly
Thanks,
a
Scott.
signal there.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here at 10. Have a great night.